Hi, I'm Mandy, and this video is part 2 of the Ford mobile charging unit. This video is going to talk about the ratings on the back side of the charger. There are 4 important things to note about this particular charging unit, and if you're looking to buy a charger or wanting to know if this is a good charging unit or if this will fit your needs, the readings on the back is the place to start. The first of the 4 readings discussed on the back is going to be the voltage. This is a dual voltage charger, and that is pretty common, though it is not completely standard. This will give you both 120 volt and 240 volt in one charger. So if you do both charging at different times, you do not have to buy a separate charger. If you plug in this level 1 connector head to your charging unit, it just knows to produce 120 volts. So this can only plug into a standard NEMA 515 outlet, which is going to be 120 volts. This, when you plug this one in, this is going to be your 50 amp. It works with the NEMA 1450 receptacles, and this is your 240 volts. And you have 2 hot wires, and here you just have one, so you're going to get twice as many voltages. It's going to be a lot faster, and the unit itself just knows that when this head is connected, like when it goes into the 50 amp outlet, you are going to get 240 volts. The dual voltage is not uncommon, but it is not standard. So if you're looking to buy a new charging unit or an additional one, just make sure, if you want to be able to use multiple outlet types, to just get something that is dual voltage. The second one is going to be how many maximum amps you're going to get, and this is 32 amps max. And it's very nerdy, so I'll explain it in another video in case you don't like the nerdy stuff. But even though you can use the 50 amp connector head at a 50 amp receptacle, you're not going to actually get 50 amps. You're only going to get a max of 32. So that is something to know. And you can find that again right here on the back, 32 amps max. It is a maximum because it does drop the amps as you get closer to finishing your charge. As you drive a lot and your battery is closer to depleted, it uses a lot more amps in the beginning, and then as the charge increases and you're getting closer to having a full charge, the amps are going to drop way down. So it kind of goes to a trickle to make sure that it's not going to overcharge your battery. But at a max, if you plug it in and it's almost empty, it's going to do 32 amps. The third thing is the temperature reading. You want to make sure that you do not use this outside of the temperature that it's rated for. It could really harm the unit and your vehicle. So this mobile charging unit is rated for temperatures as low as -22 degrees Fahrenheit and as high as 122 degrees Fahrenheit. That is thunder. There is a pretty big storm coming in again today, so something to keep in mind. And the last important thing on the ratings on the back label is going to be the IP number, and IP stands for ingress protection, and this number is 67. This tells us that 6 gives us a dust type protection, so dust is not going to get into the charger or into your vehicle. So you're going to be dust tight. And then the 7 is your water immersion. It's going to give you temporarily protection from the effects of immersion in water. With the IP67, be careful to keep the unit off the ground, because even though it will give you protection from temporary immersion, you want to be careful to not let it get immersed for any longer than it has to, and ideally not at all, just to be safe. So those are the 4 important ratings that you'll find on the back of the label from this Ford mobile charging unit, and the 4 things that are really important to look for and to understand when you take your mobile charging unit out on the road, or even if you're just using it at home.